Hello, everyone. Nice to see you here today. We're going to take 5 minutes for people to come in. And, thanks for listening to the podcast today. Roka, do you know how to get the music bot in here?
No, I'm a Discord newbie. But yeah, we can see new people coming in. This is the live preview of the episode. So you guys are seeing it first. Whenever I distribute the podcast, it's going to be the clean version, let's say. So you guys are always previewing the live version. So you guys are the core of the core. Thanks for being here. Um, and we'll have a great show today, I'm sure. Let's just wait for a couple more minutes. Uh, I'll say just 2 minutes, and it's fine. Okay, so let's start. Ekarin? Nope.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. My
Sounding
mic, my
fine now.
mic was muted. So, yep. Everyone, welcome to the Concave Convex podcast. This is our second issue of the podcast. So, thank you for coming in for today. Today we have some special guests. We have the people over at the great workers over at Station Zero X, a P2E game that's coming out on Phantom, and we're also going to be talking with Bike for Peace today as our special guest. And so we hope you look forward to that. Rocco, would you like to take it away?
Exactly. Well, welcome everyone. This was a lovely introduction by our man with no sin, Ekarin. And today we're going to be here with Meadow Ismail. I hope I pronounced that right. Uh, is it okay if I call you Meadow?
You can say Captain Larry.
Captain
Okay.
Larry.
Captain Larry.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yes, I am Captain Isaac, and I'm joining with Midu. We're in the same account, so we are not going to join from different accounts as we are working together, same place.
I see, I see. So our high
Thank you very much.
production value podcast just had the name tags wrong. It's Captain Larry. So we'll go with Captain Larry. Well, thank you very much, sir, for being here today with us.
Thank you. First of all, thanks for allowing us this opportunity. Thanks for Concave. It's our first time to uh, go public and discuss our project with someone. We already talked to his investors in private calls, but it's our first time to describe our project, our game, and do it in public. So thanks for allowing us this opportunity.
Yeah, and thank you for coming by. I've been hearing a lot about Station Zero X from some other servers, and I think what you guys are doing are really cool. And so Yeah. Thank you for coming by this podcast. We appreciate having you here.
Thank you.
Right. So
Okay.
uh, we wanted to invite you because our show is really interested in how the crypto gaming industry is developing right now, and we've talked about this type of economy and these projects on the last episode. We touched that lightly and said we would be covering it today. So I thought about inviting people who are deeply related to that industry, and who better than a partner to our founders down at Concave Phi. Um, and we have a couple of questions for you. It's really not an intrusive uh, inquiry. We're not trying to find out and dox you or anything, but we are going to ask you a few things about your project. Me and Ekarin would love to know, and I'm sure people who are interested in your project and invest their time in following you guys will appreciate. So the first question I have for you, um, it's maybe a bit difficult to summarize in a short amount of time, but I'll ask it anyway. And please do your best to give a summarized answer. But how would you describe your project? Like, there's a lot of people here hearing this that don't know your project yet. What can you tell them about your project that would give them a picture of what it is?
Okay, sure. First of all, to summarize and not to take so long in like describing how we are going, how we are, our game is like working. We are developing a B2E game, but I think in a different approach than like other games that exists in the crypto space. So we are focusing on creating a fun game, a good game, and a fully accessible one. So, like everyone can like sense that the next big thing is going to be is like P2E games. So we NFTs was big, and now we are going into the era of like P2E games and accessible P2E games. And what we focused on is building a game with like special characteristics or properties, which is to be fully accessible. So a player can play without owning a token or NFT, for example. And secondly, is to have a sustainable economic model, so it will not suffer sustainability regarding the high volatility of the tokens involved in the game, and to like separate the gameplay part or phase from the economy. And let me like explain that a bit. So uh, if we looked at most of, of the games right now in crypto space, the general narrative is to like you need to buy a token or to like buy an NFT so you can play. So game
Mm-hmm.
developers are like merging the game access with the B2E access. And this is the first thing we paid attention to, is to like separate game access from B2E access. So you can like play the game without being anything, but if you want to join the B2E access, you can join it through two different ways. Either you like buy a game asset which is built or manufactured by another player, or you can be really competitive and be really good at playing it, so you spaceships and sell it in the marketplace without paying or buying any token.
Like by your effort, by your own effort as a player.
Yeah.
So the biggest difference in our game is that it's fully accessible. You don't need to own anything to play it. You can just right now, if you have an access key, you can join the game, play matches with our players. Even if you are really good, you can even get rewards without paying anything.
Yeah, great. And I could tell you that I did try playing a game. I do have an early access code. I did try and playing the
Sounds good.
game.
Loved it. Yeah, I love the fact that you especially focus on the game being fun, which
Yeah.
is something I feel that game developers in the cryptoverse a lot of times forget. They make games quick gimmick or just gamify DeFi app and forget about what makes us love games in the first place,
Yeah.
which is to have fun.
Yeah, and
So
I've
I
tried I've
appreciate that.
tried the game. Like I've tried it like I think 2 games and I got completely destroyed. But it's really fun. I think it's really fun. It's like 4D chess. It actually does feel like 4D chess. So I think it's a really cool game that you guys are
So
making.
did you play it after the picking feature or before the picking feature?
I don't even know what a baking feature is. I'll be honest.
So, so you when you played, you like picked some spaceships, or you just joined the game and you had the spaceships.
Oh yeah, I just had the spaceships. Like they just gave you a selection of spaceships.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is very important because right now we added
Many
from
other
from a
ships.
month. Yes,
Yeah.
we added a picking feature. The game it wasn't complete then, so we added a picking feature where you can like. Right now we have 10 spaceships. We added more 5 extra spaceships. So right now when you enter a match, you like go to a picking phase where you and the enemy are picking. Can like choose the spaceships he wants more. The picking feature is like I was asking about the picking feature.
Great. No, I definitely want to get back into it. It's just, oh, it's difficult. It was really difficult to play, but I'll get there. Oh, great. So, our next question is, what was your inspiration with making this game?
Okay, we, the core team, are already like gamers somehow. So, one of the top games we played together, or each one separate, is League of Legends, if someone knows it, and chess. Also, one of our also Noor, for example, played Ace Online a lot, which is a space war, MMO space war game. So I think
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most inspirational like games we inspired it was chess because it's a board strategy game. Our game is a board strategy game. It's a PvP board strategy game with and League of Legends and how we are inspired from League of Legends is that in chess there's a defined set of pieces that you can play with, but in Station Zero X. Uh, Right now there is 10 spaceships, but we will like add new spaceships periodically where you can choose from to set your formation and play with. But the thing is, these spaceships, in order to own, you have to manufacture it or to like buy it from other players who already manufactured it. And there is like a complicated pipeline or like a crafting system from when you finish or win matches, you get ores, then you refine those ores into refined materials and you combine different recipes of those materials to manufacture a specific spaceship that you want to play with. And the part that is very like inspired from League of Legends is that in League of Legends you have um, a set of rotation of the champions, the roles they play in the game, and it changes periodically, like 2 weeks. And then if you this set of champions is changed, you will get different champions each period. So if you like a specific champion and you want to own it and play it without getting it from the free rotation, you have to buy it. So in our model, or in our game, in order you have a free rotation of spaceships, but in order to play with the one you want, you have to manufacture it to own it. It's even an NFT that you can sell it in marketplace to someone else. Also, the benefits of owning a spaceship is that if you have spaceships, you can enter the B2E without being very competitive, like without being in the top 10 players in the leaderboard. So there's two ways to engage in P2E. Even if you are like very good, you may not manufacture spaceships or buy one, but you can, like, if you are in the top 10, you can get rewards. But if you are not like that and you just need a spaceship to play with, or you need to join the BTE, you have to buy one.
I see.
So
And for those watching the video version at home, I'm showing on the screen now some images of the game. These images are from Station 0X, and I know about that free champion rotation from League of Legends, and I think that is a really cool way to make people buy NFTs without forcing them to buy NFTs. So I like it. Now, what I would love to hear is what's your mission going forward, and how do you plan to continue to innovate? Is there any alpha you can drop us? Any information on future innovations you can let us know about?
yes, sure, we can, like, actually we made an access key for Concave. If you're asking about the access key, so you can join, like, the alpha version right now.
Let's go.
But regarding our right, so we are
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, it's exclusive. We are like, we are not allowing so much player to play Sessions X because it's still in our test version, and we want to limit the access because right now we are testing how it works. We get tons of feedback and we are iterating over the game like daily, and we'll be glad if you join us. So regarding our mission, and I think the
Of
fundamental
course. I was asking about future innovations.
right.
Uh,
I think that right now we are in we finished the rewards and B2E, and right now we are working on the crafting part and economics, actually with Noor, and we are going to finish that in the coming month. And I think the core value or the fundamental inspiration to us when we developed the game is that we ourselves are from a like a development country, and like people in different parts of the world get different opportunities. So when we thought about Station 0X, we thought about giving fair, like fair access to all people, so player can put their efforts in the game. So, for example, some games requires you to have an X amount of capital just to like try the game. So we ourselves didn't have that opportunity to try some of the games because at some point we didn't have the capital to. So our vision is to like give the access to anyone in the world. So like anyone can join the game, play for free, and depending on his efforts and his skills, he can like get the equal opportunities of others who are with capital.
Yeah, I definitely love to see how you guys are putting in the gaming part first instead of the financial aspects, because I feel like in this way you're not just getting people that are there to farm money at the very beginning, right? Like the people who come in the beginning are like your dedicated players that actually like to play the game. So I think that's a very cool way of going about it. Now in terms of like the roadmap, I know you guys are like doing working on gems, and we do have a question from the audience. So Joni Bunley says he's played this game a couple of times, and he also got smoked every single time. He asks, "It's not clear to me how is it that this game is played in relation to the blockchain? Does it relate with the blockchain all the way down to the moves, or is it simply a means to collect rewards once your wallet is collected?"
Sorry, I didn't understand that question.
So, and I mean, I actually have this question as well. Like, how is this game? How is this game based on the blockchain? Is it are the moves done on the blockchain, or is it just rewards? Like, how does the economy work with the blockchain?
Okay, so our game is not like it's not on chain. So the gameplay itself, the board and the moves is not stored on a chain, but the assets is stored on chains. When we like, to be honest, when we thought about this, it's better to like make or build everything on chain. It's just more secure and. Uh, but in terms of UX and like user experience aspect, like to play each move and be like waiting for the move to be minted on chain and like pay transaction fees, it's not that it's not the best experience. So
Imagine make every movement, then you go to MetaMask and confirm the transaction,
right.
then get back to play the game.
Right. Then it's get boring.
Complicated.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
get boring.
complicated.
After sometimes you will just get bored from the tedious steps you do each time to like mint your moves on a chain, which is not that important. But the asset itself is stored on chains. So every asset you own on the game is stored on chain, whether it's ores, refined materials, spaceships. All assets are secured by the chain, by Phantom chain. So we designed it to be like very user friendly, player friendly, game first, but we while preserving the security of the assets on the chain.
Nice. Okay, so that clears that up. Now, one of the things that led me to invite you guys over was the fact that the crowd here is pretty much interested in P2E, and you talked about it already. You feel the pulse of the cryptoverse, and you feel that P2E is getting a lot of traction, a lot of great projects. It's easily uh, one of the trends that has been growing more lately, and people are kind of finding out that it defines the current narrative almost, because people were once looking for profile pic NFTs, and now they are looking at every single P2E project, trying to get in early and whatnot. So my question to you is, um, do you see this P2E narrative evolving and P2E becoming even a heavier presence in the cryptoverse? Do you think it's only a fad? And whatever you think, what do you think the future of P2E will be?
Yes, sure. I think what you said is like it's very essential in our thought process because when we thought about this, like you mentioned before, because like there is a shilling point or like a general direction towards B2E and like people are anticipating or waiting for B2E to come and it's like the big thing in the crypto space. This rushes developers to like create games that is not so fun but like gamified DeFi projects, etc. So we we choose to select to take a different approach, which is to focus on the game itself, the game mechanics and the game design. So this is why we started the game without any B2E at first. So we had like 1,000 batches played with the game itself without any B2E or even like not white papers or writings or articles about the tokenomics, and we just focused on making a good game. And I think in the B2E space, if game developers focused more on designing a good games rather than rushing immature versions of games with immature economic model, it will be much better. So the one who focus on the game itself, developing its mechanics, making it fun to play, will like be at the top of the B2E era that we are entering. So just that.
Yeah, great. Well, that's a cool vision, yeah. Because we can't dodge the fact that P2E is here, and we can't either dodge the fact that we can neither dodge the fact that we grew up on video games. So we are a generation who grew up with video games and that played games for free and for fun. And now that we are grown-ups, we suddenly are facing a situation in which, hey, I can earn with my gaming sessions. So yeah, we are not at the place where we can play some matches and win some money in an organic way, and we have to invest and know the algorithms and whatnot. But I think what you're painting here, this scenario you're painting here, is definitely a step in the right direction. And as I was saying, we grew up on video games, and I believe you are no different. Just in with a curious thought on my mind, which games did you like as a child?
For me, Captain Larry, Red Alert, I think, Medal of Honor, of course. What else?
I think we as a team are like gamers. We still play games right now in the office, and we play it daily. So we play different games from like strategy games. I think we as a collective prefer strategy games, RTS. Captain Larry played Conquer. I played like Wolf Team, Medal of Honor, Red Alert, Stronghold.
Stronghold, yeah.
And
Yeah,
other,
Stronghold was golden. Not enough wood, my lord.
exactly. So we are thinking about adding like this voiceovers to our game.
Gold needed.
Do so.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you mentioned, we have to like focus on building good games, and we can use blockchain and crypto to support that with a good economic model where players can like decide enjoying playing, get some profit, and have fair access to like the economy. And if they like if they like get or get very well at playing, so they get rewarded for that. It's not about like click farming or like just
If you just have money, you can play and you can earn. And
So yes, what we thought is to like eliminate any pay to win situations, like pay to play, and just making
Yeah, because you don't want to have whales coming in with dreadnoughts and blowing up everyone else.
Right, and this was was our core value when we designed the economics, not to be like dumpable or like to. It's pretty complicated, but I'm not I don't want to like go through how the economics exactly work, as it will take some time to explain it, but we wanted to like design it to be to serve the gameplay, not to be like any whale can come in, buy tokens, dump it, affect other players and their profits and assets. It's just 4 players and 2 players. This is how we designed it.
Yeah, I see. And I'm getting quite hyped up for it now. I never played it myself, I must confess, but now I'm getting hyped out. It's
1v1
sounds
me.
way better.
1v1 me
Yeah.
Station 0x.
Yeah, right.
1v1 me.
At least you would win one game, I guess.
Oh my god. No, it's actually it's really interesting. I feel like there's a lot of death in the game. Like I got absolutely slaughtered, but it was very interesting. I definitely want to play more.
Yeah, I definitely want to get one of those
Yeah.
ships and start specializing in it so I can kill Acheron.
Yeah, and so Is there any alpha you can drop for us in the future regarding the launch? I've definitely heard a lot of things on Twitter from Noor about things that are coming soon. So is there anything you can share with us about that?
Sorry, I can't get it.
Is there anything you can share regarding
Privilege
the launch?
information like you heard it here, folks, first, something you haven't disclosed anyone anywhere else, and you want to disclose to the Concave and Convex podcast.
We created access key, okay, for concave people.
Let's go.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we already thought about it. So
Easy.
we didn't want to like come empty-handed. So we have prepared an access key for like concave community, so they can join our closed alpha, and like even if they play well and win against our OGs, we have so many OGs. That's the reason you found it hard, because already we have players. We have a player who played over 500 matches already. And he's from Ukraine, and that's the reason he's not playing these days. And I
Maybe you
really,
can farm a lot
I really
from
his circumstance be good there. But we have a lot of OGs, Sang, Ren, Cryptura, and other players who are really, really very good at this game. So we already have an access key to the concave community who can join our closed alpha version and even join the B2E.
Yeah, so I mean, people here, if you want an access code to Station 0x, if you want a 1v1 main Ruka, please do so. We'll definitely be able to get those codes to you guys after the podcast. So we do have a question, Ruka from Not Sure. Would you like to ask that question? It's in the event chat.
Well, let me take a look at the event chat. So it's from Not Sure,
Yes.
and he is asking if your team is comprised of only 2 people right now.
Yes.
We are just two, developer and designer.
Yes, we are a pair. We are a developer and designer.
Let's go.
Agile team. Yeah, doing a lot of work, you two. For sure, you're living together by now.
Yes.
Yeah, we live in the office right now.
Yeah. Actually, I think we were. It's not like we can't describe our work style. It's not even full time. It's like lifetime. So we're just two, and we are looking forward to finish the next phases, and we are looking forward to hire new team members and get things even faster than already what we're doing.
Yeah, let's go.
Thanks.
Point Red is in the audience threatening that concave OGs are going for the Station 0x OGs.
You're welcome. Just come and play.
So we just got a message from our second guest. Unfortunately, he had an unforeseen circumstance. I'll just reschedule him for the next podcast. And I'll update you guys about that. It's really a shame because we had a lot of cool stories coming up from him. But life is life. And you know, if we were surprised just as you are, and that's the problem of hosting live events. But carrying on, is there any new documentation in the works? There's another person on the audience asking if you have any more documentation details to present the community in the works. He seemed to have the impression that some of it was going to be shared soon.
Guess not. And
Guess not. Guess that's faulty information.
And guys, like this is it's a free it's literally a free game. Like this isn't an investment that you have to make. You don't have to ask about things like the tokenomics or things like that. You just as you get an early access code, you just play the game and have fun, and you can earn things in the process. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's
it's
great.
free and you can make some money with it if you're skilled. If you're not, you can get destroyed like the rest of us.
Like me, yeah, like me. I heard you can get to the P2E once you reach like 1,300 elo, and I'm like at 1,150 or something. I lost
You
two
always-
games.
I'm sure our policy commander would probably destroy us as well. But Meadow, I've got another question here. I asked this question to a past guest, and I liked it so much that I'm going to start asking it now. If you were living with a motto, would that motto be Hakuna Matata or YOLO?
I think YOLO.
Oh, he's a YOLO person. I can feel it.
Yes.
They YOLO'd themselves into building this game, so I respect that.
What about the other developer?
What do you think? Hakuna Matata or YOLO?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
If you're not sure, it's Hakuna Matata.
The YOLO person, is it the developer or the designer though?
The developer.
That's what we love to hear. Wait, what are the other questions?
Okay,
so-
Those?
Okay, guys. Is there anything? I know in these kinds of podcasts that the guests usually come prepared, and there are only a set number of questions we can make you. So, is there anything you felt like you wanted to say to our audience and that we didn't ask? Something you want to say to the Concave community and the Concave and Convex podcast community?
I just want to thank you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk about what we work for months. That's
Yes.
all for me.
I think we pretty covered like a pretty overview of our game, and still there's a lot of details regarding how the game is going to look after some months or how the economics will be. But I think we covered a nice part of it. And I look forward to see some of the Concave members join us and play and be in the leaderboard.
For sure.
Right. Actually, our we had a member who joined us recently, and when he started, he was like, it was very hard to him, and he lost so many elo, and it was like he just at Discord he was like shouting, "Why is it so hard?" But after playing some matches, he managed to be over 1,200 elo, and he started in the B2E. And the more he played, the more he loved it. So the more you get better at it, and it's better. So I would
Earlier. So thank you so much for your presence here. We loved having this back and forth with you guys. I loved getting to meet the project. I'm certainly getting a ship and I'll become a one-trick pony with that ship.
That's cool.
Because I know that I need to specialize in order to conquer. And I can't wait to face Hackerin too. So, thank you very much for accepting the invite, for being here, for being such a cool guys, such a cool couple of guys. And Hackerin, any closing remarks?
See me in Station 0X.
Okay, the gauntlet is launched. So thank you very much to all the community members who are witnessing this podcast happening in real time. And for the video viewers out there, don't forget to subscribe. And that was all for today. We'll see you in 2 weeks from now. So stay cool,